What it do, baby? All right, man. I hate to do it to you guys, but I think I have a nasal congestion issue of some sort. So if my nose sounds a little muffled, if I do sound a little weird, please blame it on my pharmacist. It's her fault. But nonetheless, another day, another iPhone SE2 thought process that I have in my head. And we've actually seen some revelations since my previous iPhone SE2 video that I did a little bit over a week ago. And so there's only a few updates to this whole iPhone SE2 saga. Now, apparently, I don't know if I talked about this in the other one, but this is a very small portion of what I'm going to hit on. It's going to be made and developed in China, if it ever is. Obviously, these are all speculations. Now, this will make a somewhat budget phone in those areas, but I also feel like it's not going to be specifically for the China market. There's been recently a report that came out that India is also kind of suffering in iPhone sales, and that's a pretty big deal. I mean, India has a humongous population, so if Apple can tap into that market somehow, that would be an extremely easy thing to do with a budget iPhone, not trying to, because overseas and in different countries, iPhones tend to be more expensive. It could possibly mean that Apple should release a cheaper iPhone. That way it can offset some of the phones that are its competitors in those markets. So that would be an extremely smart thing for Apple to do. And also because Apple is creating a larger manufacturing plant in India, that would really only make sense for them to go and target the Asian market and, just kind of create cheaper iPhones for people over there to buy. It would make Apple more money and be more enticing for customers to go over there and pick one of those up. So in terms of that, that's where we are in terms of the manufacturing process of it. But a report came out not that long ago, probably only like a couple of days, that stated that in 2020 we're going to get 4 new iPhones, which we saw before, and that totally made sense. But Ming Chi Kuo and other people as well have stated that there's going to be a fully notchless iPhone in 2020. That's when it will be coming out. Now, because there's going to be 4 iPhones that coming out that year, they're saying one of those iPhones will be notchless. However, the other ones will still retain a notch. So there's 2 ways to look at it, okay? People are claiming that, first of all, the notchless iPhone will be the iPhone SE2. And if that is the case, then the iPhone SE2 will have a full, almost bezel-less design. And that would make that thing look so sick. You can see from the renders that phone looks amazing. But here's the thing. If Apple releases the iPhone SE2 next year, most likely that will be early on next year, probably around that March area. And the issue is that if Apple releases that, like a notchless iPhone at that point, and then they come around in like September event, they release 3 new iPhones and all of those iPhones have notches, that would just be like kind of like a slap in the face. It's like you have the technology to make notchless iPhones, so why would you still release a phone with a notch on it? You know what I mean? So that could be a pretty big deal for some people, but that's kind of one thing where I kind of hesitate on. Maybe they'll release it with a notchless design, or maybe they won't, but some people are also saying that if it does have a notchless design, it'll have an earpiece through the screen, but I mean, I really doubt it. I think it'll probably have the earpiece of like something like a Galaxy S10 or a OnePlus 7 Pro, or really any phone that doesn't have a notch. That would make way more sense to me. But overall, man, these are pretty large revelations, and now that we have some sort of verification with the iPhone SE2, I mean, obviously this is still just speculation. There's no way to verify this at all. But ultimately, man, it could mean that an iPhone SE2 could be coming out earlier next year. Who knows? I doubt they would release it the same time as the other iPhones in September of 2020. I just feel like there's just so much spotlight, and I feel like with the iPhone SE2, they could easily make like a whole event about it just because of the amount of rumors that we've had with it, the amount of people talking about it. Like, so many people want it, and I think eventually Apple's going to do it. At least I hope they do, because then I'm going to look like an idiot if it's not. But who knows? These are all speculations. Who knows what's going to happen. But that's pretty much it. A little bit of an update to the story. If you guys have any other questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.